All right, hello, and welcome to the Kyla Tilley show for the weekly Wednesday Warble. And I've got a show about outsiders for you today, which was, I'm going to take my watch off, which was fun to put together. And I'm going to start by making sure we're in tune still. So I'm going to start with my latest single because it's about a fish who's not like the other fish. Well, it's about perhaps it's about the idea of a fish that's not like the other fish. Purse in these very same grounds some time ago, and I return year after year to keep the cycle rolling. And every year it is the same old conventions holding. The ocean is a wild frontier where strength holds highest value. But there's more to life than that. Give me a mate who rides the riptide, doing my tricks on the ocean waves, undulating. Give me a gentle, graceful, free-sailing skate punk. Familiar faces come and go, flashing their credentials. Who survived another year and who's the most insufferable? Posturing on full display, beaten muscles flexing, studs rally, duke it out to prove who's master of the nursery. And I could not care less who wins. Give me a mate who rides the riptide, doing mad tricks on the ocean waves, undulating. Give me a gentle, graceful, free-sailing skate punk. Someone who lives on the edge and sees the beauty and not the danger. Someone who lives to the fall and does not worry about what's expected. Give me a mate who rides the riptide, doing my tricks on the ocean waves, undulating. Give me a gentle, graceful, free-sailing skate punk. Give me a gentle, graceful, free-sailing skate punk. There we go. There's skate punk. I'm gonna just make sure my screen doesn't go blank. Yes, skate punk. And so the second song on this week's Warble is from my album Bloom and Grow, and there's a few songs from Bloom and Grow in the set list because being an outsider was a big theme of that album. I also noticed when I was putting this together that similar keys and time signatures come up, which is kind of funny because it's like, oh, like, is this like the key and time signature I go into when I'm writing about these things? But there's a lot of 7. But this one is about, this is a song that's really about like feeling like an outsider and just wanting to get away. Modern life moves much too fast, slick and overwhelming. Excesses of everything, flashing lights, screaming phones. Surely there's a place to hide, sanctuary from the noise, shelter from the turbulence, serenity, repose. Flowers have nothing to say, flowers have nowhere to go, cast their spell upon a room colorful, calming. Would that she could turn into a bee, then she could fly between the petals of each flower in the garden. Would that she need never leave the garden where the flowers bloom eternal. People can be perplexing, their motives inscrutable. They can be irrational, baffling, hard to gauge. Surely there's a place to flee, shelter from the confusion, sanctuary from it all, serenity, repose. Flowers have nothing to hide, flowers tell no truths, no lies, cast their roots into the earth, drink it in growing tall. Would that she could turn into a bee, then she could fly between the petals of each flower in the garden. Would that she need never leave the garden where the flowers bloom eternal. Turn away from the maelstrom, tempests flaring, cruel laughter of urban life. In the garden, cold and shaded, roses beckon through ribbons of sunlight. Human life can be complex, joyous and disquieting. What's the meaning of it all? Questioning, pondering. Surely there's a simple truth, sanctuary from the doubt, shelter from misgiving, serenity, repose. Flowers have time to bide, flowers have one thing on their mind, cast their seed upon the wind, propagate flower kind. Would that she could turn into a bee, then she could fly between the petals of each flower in the garden. Would that she need never leave the garden where the flowers bloom eternal. There is Garden Wish, and I'm a little bit worried. I just saw some weird flashing on my monitor, and I'm wondering if I changed the latency level to ultra low, because it was like you should change the latency level to ultra low, and I'm wondering if that was actually a bad idea. But there we go. So I'm going to do a cover now, and this is actually a cover. This covers the reason that Outsiders is the theme of the day, and I'm doing it because I've recorded this song for this Rush tribute album, and we're following Garden Wish with it, because Garden Wish is sort of about how isolating big cities can be, but then we're going to move out of the big city into the subdivision, which has its own problems. Sprawling on the fringes of the city in geometric order, an insulated border, in between the bright lights and the far unlit unknown. Growing up, it all seems so one-sided, opinions all provided, the future pre-decided, detached and subdivided in the mass production zone. Nowhere is the dreamer or the misfit so alone. in the high school halls, in the shopping malls, conform or be cast out. Subdivisions in the basement bars, in the backs of cars, be cool or be cast out. Any escape might help to smooth the unattractive truth, but the suburbs have no charms to soothe the restless dreams of you. Lose the race to rats, get caught in picking traps, start to dream of somewhere to relax their restless flight. Somewhere out of a memory of lighted streets on quiet nights. Subdivisions in the high school halls, in the shopping malls, conform or be cast out. In the basement bars, in the backs of cars, be cool or be cast out. Any escape might help to smooth the unattractive truth, but the suburbs have no charms to soothe the restless dreams of you. Subdivisions, and I think that's the first time I've done it live on a streaming platform. I've done it live in person a few times now, but there we go. And so once again, I have recorded that with some bass and some backing vocals and some electric guitar on this Rush for Cover album, which you can find more information about at rushforcover.com. which, if I remember, I will put in the description. She may not remember by the end of the show. All right, but we're going to stick, I sort of feel like youth in the suburbs, there's a certain amount of that feeling in this next song. And this came about, I posted on Twitter, I had my show on Twitch, I write songs on Twitch, and I didn't have a prompt, I didn't have a song I was working on. So I went to Twitter before my show and I was like, I'm going to be writing a song. Just give me some words, Twitterverse. This was in, when Twitter was less of a cesspool. So the good people of Twitter suggested banana, crenellations, and meniscus. And I thought I was going to write something whimsical, and I didn't. Well, you can't touch me up here in my castle, overlooking my domain. You can't find me hidden in my crenellations, fine-tuning my master plan. And I wore my meniscus out, riding my banana seat bike, like a brave and gallant knight on my carbon fiber steed. I rode fast and hard in mud-splashed denim greaves to my castle in the sky, plywood in the trees, and I wore my meniscus out. Well, you can't hurt me, I'm safe beyond these ramparts. they always stand your trebuchet. And you can't come in, I've pulled up the drawbridge, you'll never even enter my mind. And I wore my meniscus out, riding my banana seat bike, like a brave and gallant knight in my carbon fiber steed. I rode fast and far in mud-splashed denim greaves to my castle in the sky, plywood in the trees, and I wore my meniscus out. Well, don't accuse me of being melodramatic, oversensitive and weak. Ridicule me, say that I'm overreacting, foolish and emotional. But you can't catch me, I was too quick for you, too swift, too clever by half. And you can't reach me, I've moved too far beyond you, I've obscured my trail. And I wore my meniscus out, riding my banana seat bike, like a brave and gallant knight on my carbon fiber steed. I rode fast and far in mud-splashed denim greaves to my castle in the sky, plywood in the trees, and I wore my meniscus out. There, banana seat bike. Okay, so we're gonna go back. Oh, we got a little bit of a serious section here. We're gonna go back to my first album, and there was a few songs on the first album actually that would have worked in today's set list. But this is the only one that I've chosen, and it is absolutely about someone who did not quite fit into society. Midnight, sun hits the car, heats up so hot I can barely breathe. Just me and the dog, sitting in the back seat on the side of the road. This dog has seen more of this world than most people I can name. Got her down in Texas, so the heat's only bothering me. Roll down the windows, air up the car some before driving on. Breakfast, soda, crackers and water. Check to see if I'm running low on gasoline. Don't ask me where I'm from, that's a question too hard for me to answer. I've been traveling all my life and I don't recall just where I began. Got nothing but a few mixed grapes, an old typewriter, couple books, some worn and faded photographs of the times I now deem to have been better, and an old-fashioned suitcase holding lingerie. Got the car, got the dog too, was my household youngsters. Where's that man? Still tell me he loves me, well his hairline receded, and his hello. Welcome in, welcome in. We're about halfway through. Yes, that was the halfway mark. We've got 5 more songs on our 10-song warble. And this next one is this next one is sort of a literal outsider. This was a I had a prompt, and it was King of Karma. So I also took that very literally. So we have very literally somebody sort of sitting outside and looking in, and maybe not really sure about what they're supposed to be doing. I'm the king of karma. I keep track of all your deeds, tallied on my abacus, balancing the consequence. And downs, keeping up my indices, meeting out as I see fit. But it is lonely up here, and there's no one to tell me when I got it wrong. They gave me courtiers to bear the load, but none of them will question me, so I carry on, fearing one day it'll all come back on me. 'Cause I'm the king of karma. I keep track of all your deeds, tallied on my indicus, balancing the consequence. I'm the cosmic voyeur, piping on your ups and downs, keeping up my indices, meeting out as I see fit. And it is boring up here, the only sound my nosy peerage gossiping. We have a job to do, a service to humanity, but I can't see why we care. Maybe one day it'll all come back on me. And I wonder what I did before. I have no memories of distant times or simple days. How did this become my life? Is this retribution for the life I led? How long will this go on? Is this eternity or merely the blink of some celestial eye? Can I find my way? Should I carry on, hoping one day it'll all come back on me? I'm the king of karma. There. I haven't done that one in a while. I have to pull that one out more frequently. I think I wrote it and played it a lot, and then I'm like, oh, I've been playing that one a lot. Play something else. That's how songs come in and out of the set list. So this next one, I'm kind of I thought about it after, and I should have sang it on the May Day show. So it's sort of on my mind because I was like, oh, because I didn't think about the workers' sort of union holiday that is May the 1st. I was just thinking of dancing around the maypole. But I've put this in the set list because we are literally dealing with fending off outsiders who are attacking our city. But it's also a Union ballad. And probably Gilgamesh was a bit of an outsider himself. But that's many reasons why this is in the set list today. And do I need to say anything else about this song? Probably. This is about the siege of Uruk. In which an invading army demanded slave labor, and the city was going to send it. And then Gilgamesh, of the Epic of Gilgamesh, was like, "Oh, maybe we should ask the workers what they think about this. Maybe we should not send all our people out for slave labor digging these wells. Wells needed to be dug. So yeah, but they had these armies at the gates, and they were severely outnumbered, so they had to turn to trickery. They had to bamboozle the invading force and convince them that they wouldn't win, so that they beat themselves. But yes, it's in the Outsiders because it's the outside force descending on the city. And I'm not sure how it starts. This is a newer song, and I'm not sure if I've written an introduction for it yet. These sort of my song starts tend to come with time. First they sent a letter demanding our labor. They had so very, very many wells that needed digging. The elders were quite fearful, but we sent our refusal to their rather odd presumption of our cooperation. This was not a letter from a friend requesting aid. No sooner had we sent it than word came back informing us of no less than 3 armies descending on our city. We gathered up the maces, gave one to every worker. We stood up on our ramparts, trying to look intimidating. We thought we could convince them of the error of their ways. There's no escape, we'll have to open the gates. Meet 'em head on and stand tall. Show 'em our versatile workforce. We won't lie down, won't back away. No matter the job, we are ready. Lay a brick, throw a stone, wield a sword, plant a garden. Back behind the armies, the leaders sat in safety, smug in their advantage of feet upon the ground, in an effort to confuse them, to disarray their judgment, to make them feel uneasy and second-guess their chances. We sent a man alone to wax poetic on my skill. There's no escape, we'll have to open the gates. Meet 'em head on and stand tall. Show 'em a versatile workforce. We won't back down, won't back away. No matter the job, we are ready. Lay a brick, throw a stone, wield a sword, plant a garden. The seeds of doubt were sown. The sight of our makeshift army descending from the city filled their hearts with fear. They scattered to the four winds, sent home empty-handed, and we wondered why they bothered. Did they pay and feed those soldiers? If we can pick up swords, then surely they can pick up shovels. Meet 'em head on and stand tall. Show 'em a versatile workforce. We won't back down, won't back away. No matter the job, we are ready. Lay a brick, throw a stone, wield a sword, plant a garden, dig a ditch, drill a well, pull some rope, grow a garden. Right, there's the Siege of Uruk. And we're gonna go back to the Bloom and Grow album. which I said we'd be touching on a bit today. This is I'm going to play the dragon, which is very, very much about an outsider. This is about the main character in the Yakuza video games, who did not really fit in his chosen profession, and spends a lot of the games kind of dealing with that. But he doesn't really fit in with polite society either. I might be kinder than I look, but I still find myself talking with my fists, solving problems the only way I know how. Trying to fit into a world that's moved ahead, trying to fit into a system that's too small. Begin to wonder why I'm trying to fit out. I've got places to be, things to do, obligations to meet, people depending on me, and can't let them down. I've got debts to repay, wrongs to right, skills to earn, hunger to satiate. How far can I climb? I follow this code as I was taught, no way around it, that's how I was brought up, living my life the only way I know how. I've forgiven the men I looked up to, I've forgiven those that moved against me. They're forgiven, but did I forgive myself? Missing cats and nine and dashers, pro ball players needing practice, foiling scams and pressing damsels into the sex hotel. Hit me, stand down, idle the town. I can outdrink all of you clowns. Trade your watch and I'll do your job. I don't have time for this. I've got people to see, wrongs to right, punks to beat down, questions need answering. I can't let this go. I've got money to earn, heat to build, commitments to keep, but somehow I'm always too late. And I think I just said the wrong thing again. mistakes in the past, things I can't take back. Can't really say that I'm proud, but what's done is done. I did what I thought was the right thing. Which is right in the middle of my Bloom and Grow album, just about. And we're going to leave, well, that was inspired by a video game. Let's move, we're going to do this second cover of the show today. And this is the theme song for a beloved Canadian children's television program, which is about a dog. It's definitely an outsider. And the littlest hobo. And in the show, the littlest hobo is this homeless, wandering German shepherd, and who travels across Canada and pops in to towns and solves problems and then moves on again. But an outsider to be celebrated is the littlest hobo. So here's the theme song to that. There's a voice that keeps on calling me down the road, that's where I'll always be. And every stop I make can make an ill friend. Can't stay for long, just turn around and I'm gone again. Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down. Until tomorrow I'll just keep moving on down this road that never seems to end, where new adventure lies just around the bend. So if you wanna join me for a while, just grab your hat, we'll travel like that's hobo style. Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down. Until tomorrow the whole world is my home. So if you wanna join me for a while, just grab your hat, we'll travel like that's hobo style. Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down. Until tomorrow the whole world is my home. There's a world that's waiting to unfold, a brand new tale no one has ever told. We've journeyed far, but you know it won't be long. We're almost there, we paid our fare with a hobo song. Maybe tomorrow I'll find what I call home. Until tomorrow, you know I'm free to roam. So if you wanna join me for a while, just grab your hat, we'll travel like that's hobo style. Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down. Until tomorrow I'll just keep moving on. Until tomorrow the whole world is mine. last song of the day, and we're going to go back to my Bloom and Grow album for this. And this is, so what did we have? We had video games, that was a TV show, and now we have a song inspired by film. This is, I'm going to play The League, which is my song that was inspired by a post-apocalyptic sports movie, Salute of the Jugger. And I felt that anyone who decides to go through what a person needs to go through to become a professional athlete is got to be a bit of an outsider. Like, you got to be a little weird to do that. And our protagonist in this movie is definitely someone that she didn't want to stick around her town and harvest wheat or whatever. And she gets the last word in today's set only because I have to tune my guitar differently to play this song. Is The League. Life forms from the earth. Those with the means prepared a refuge underground. Those without such shelter where they could, and did their best to make a go with what remained. Here up above we toil and bleed and sweat together, scrounge what we may and force what crops we And that's it for today's show, folks. Thank you for joining me for the weekly Wednesday Warble. Next week I will be back, and the theme is spring, and it might, fingers crossed, actually be spring here in Newfoundland by midweek next week. We can only hope. We don't actually have spring. It'll be late winter. Anyway, I hope you have a great week. I hope it's actually spring, or appropriately fall, depending on where you are in the world, and that the weather is nice in any case. We'll see you next week. Take care, everyone.